Hello guys, welcome to the platform Selector. So previously I made a video on funding pips where I have showed every single hidden rule in funding pips, and people were very happy with that video and I got good response from you. So I really appreciate your support in that video. Now I am about to share some recent updates on funding pips. Not some, because there is only one update that I got from them. Believe me, this is very good update for those traders who are very aggressive. Okay, if you really want to pass your challenge without having any issue, this is very good rule for you. Now if you haven't watched that video, go and watch that video, because without that video you are not going to understand what I am saying in this video. It's very confusing, like a rhythm. Okay, so let's start the video. Now, first of all, let me give you a short recap where you will know every single rule again. So let me tell you every single rule once more. Now, first of all, as we know, funding pips recently brought a new rule in their platform, which is simply on payouts. Now, this is very bad rule in my thinking, because funding pips was known for its payout. Now what they changed there, they simply removed this 80% profit from Tuesday. Just go and request 60% profit split. That's a very bad thing that I don't like, and really there is no one who is liking 60% profit split, and in my thinking everybody is going for the 80% profit split. So that's the confirmed thing, that you are going to request for the 80% profit split and you have to wait for the 2 weeks. It's 14 days, half a month. Now we also know the second rule about the news trading, and that was a fair rule, and I do believe you should not trade any news in your funded account. Okay, now that news trading rule is not related to your funded account. Okay, if you really want to pass your account during CPI, you can do that. Okay, you can risk on CPI, lose your account or pass your account, whatever you want to do. If you are an aggressive trader, then you can do these things. If you want to really trade news, then there is no restriction, but the only thing that you need to follow is not trading news in your funded account, master account as you can say. And this is very fair rule, because if somebody is trading in master account, there is something is called slippage that is very dangerous. You have to be aware of slippage and spreads. So really I will not consider this news trading rule as a bad rule, because it's a good rule. And if you are a gambler, probably it could be bad rule for you. Now in third rule, they added minimum trading days. I'm not considering as a bad rule, but it's not a good thing, because if somebody wants to pass his account in just 1 or 2 days, he cannot do that. He has to wait for the 3 days. And that's a new rule that funding pips brought. Now with this fourth rule, majority of people were losing their account, and over 10,000 traders lost their account due to this rule. And that was the only bad rule, and I'm using was because it's now removed. Now why people violated their account with this rule? Now this is very common rule. We all know we shouldn't risk 3% in a single trade. Now if somebody is aggressive, you might be thinking I should go with 3% risk and I should pass my challenge instantly, and you can do that now because it's now removed. Now you might have noticed something crazy is going on in funding pips, because funding pips is adding some new rules as well as changing some new rules. Why it is happening? Now I would say I cannot consider funding pips as a good platform right now, because it's changing constantly, but I can clearly say the CEO of funding pips is really very good person. Now I have a track record where I have seen many times, if something bad happens with the traders, Khalid, who is the CEO of funding pips, is going to solve that problem. Now why he need to add some these rules? Because at one point when funding pips started its platform, the company was not profitable. Okay, and suddenly when they came with the new rules and good changes, okay, there was no hidden rule or any kind of thing, and still there is no hidden rule. But if you want to really check the rules, you can go and read FAQs. But the only problems with FAQs, majority of people don't know about FAQs, or they don't read. Okay, and they believe on only Discord, Instagram and Twitter. And if you are a lazy person who don't like to read FAQs, you can subscribe this channel, it's for you. Now funding pips had good money, okay, and people were coming and making money from the funding pips, and I have seen many people took $100,000 in just 2 weeks. So let me tell you one story, not a story, but it's a real incident, okay, and you can check it on YouTube. Now, so one guy who is from India is Jagrup, living in Germany, but he is Indian. And so what he did, basically, he took a $50,000 account and he flipped that account in a week to $100,000, like more than $100,000. And if you really want some proofs, you can go and check out the video on YouTube. If you search Funding Pips podcast with Jagrup, you will get that video. You can just have an idea, if somebody has $50,000 account, he can flip literally to $100,000. and there were many traders I have seen previously in funding pips dashboard. So that's where funding pips need to make their model sustainable, just to make it hard for the traders, so with that traders cannot make that much money. Now if you really want to make money with funding pips, you have to really think in terms of risk parameter. Don't say again this thing that funding pips is not legit platform, it's a scam. No, funding pips is not a scam, okay? It's just becoming like other platforms. Other platforms are putting some new rules in their platform, and funding pips was the only platform which was very unique in terms of giving you payouts and other things. Now they changed rule just to maintain their business model, just to sustain in the market. So that's why they changed. Now it's not good for you, but it's good for the platform. So never ever just think about these things like if funding pips is a scam or it's not legit. It is legit, but the model that they are providing to you, the benefits and the features that they were providing at that point, now the benefits and features are not just same with that particular time. Now this was the particular rule of risking 3%. Now I'm about to share a perspective, a gambler perspective. So this is not my personal experience. People do that, and I have seen many people did that thing on the Twitter. So what they did, they just create some funding pips accounts. Usually they have 4 devices, they purchase 4 challenge, and after purchasing that they put 2 buy orders in 2 accounts, they put 2 sell orders in another 2 accounts. And when there is unidirectional news, so what do I mean by unidirectional news? It's simply if there is any single news which is not going to spike. Suppose if there is only unemployment news and no other news is present here, so you can say like that it's going to go into one direction if market has consolidated. So what they were doing there, they were simply putting 2 buy orders and 2 sell orders in 4 accounts, and after market goes into particular direction, they got the phase 1 clear in 2 accounts. So simply they were risking 4% in a single trade because the daily loss limit is simply 5%. So this is the risk parameter that they were using. So that's why funding pips added this rule where you cannot trade with 3% risk in a single trade. And that was a good rule. People violated their account, and they were blaming the platform that funding pips is a scam. And the Khalid, who is the CEO of funding pips, returned over 10,000 accounts which were violated by the traders. Now that is the very kind step that was taken by Khalid. Okay, so funding pips is not going to anywhere, so don't worry about anything. Now I totally agree with this thing that funding pips is not good anymore, but I cannot say it's bad. Okay, it's neutral, you can say, and they are same like other platforms. Now that is the only rule that funding pips recently updated. If you haven't followed us on social media, go and follow, and also if you are new to this channel, subscribe this channel for the further updates. So that's it for the video. Till then, take care and goodbye.